Hello, Dean here. Today I'm going to talk about the importance of a good handshake. I'm going to talk a bit about the psychology behind it, and I'm going to give you my 5 top tips on how to shake hands like a professional. So it's typically considered that when you shake someone's hand, the quality of the handshake gives you an indication of the person. Now I think that's probably a bit unfair. Maybe you just don't shake many hands, maybe you don't have many situations in your life when you would need to shake someone's hand. So you don't have the practice. How are you going to learn? It's a cruel world, but I am a big advocate of the phrase, fake it till you make it. Now it may be that you go to shake someone's hand in a job interview or you are meeting someone new. If you shake someone's hand well, you will come across as a people person, confident, outgoing. People will feel comfortable in your presence, and they will feel that you are assertive and that you know how to communicate with people. So, bearing that in mind, if the person who shakes your hand is not impressed with the handshake that you gave, feels it's weak, generally isn't impressed by it, it may only be psychological, but it could get your conversation or your meeting off to a bad start. Unfortunately, some people who you might expect to have the art of a good handshake down to perfection are regularly making the same mistakes every time they shake someone's hand. So, on a side note, my rhetorical question: if you had the opportunity to improve at something, why would you knowingly continue to do it incorrectly? Solve that problem. Be the best that you can be. If it's in your control, tick the boxes. Cross the T's, dot the I's, leave no stone unturned. Now I stress on the words, if it's in your control, because I realise that there may be circumstances that you just can't control. Like someone might tell me how important it is that people comb their hair straight down to the right. Now obviously for someone like me, that's going to be a problem. I think my hair is quite good combed to the left. But nevertheless, it helps to emphasise the point. Cover as many bases as you can that are in your control. Now I appreciate that in the case of a handshake you may not know that yours needs work, so here are my 5 top tips on how to shake a hand like a professional, just in case you need them. Number 1, don't miss the opportunity. If you're in a business or professional setting, you're not going to throw your arms around someone and give them a big bear hug like you would one of your friends. No. This is your opportunity to show a person respect, typically when you say hello or goodbye. Now I have met, worked with, been introduced to several people throughout my life who I felt that I wanted to show them some appreciation for the time that we've spent or worked together and just bring that interaction to a close. And the best way to do that is with a handshake. Now there's often that awkward moment where both are physically kind of looking down and wondering if they should go for the handshake, looking for the other person to raise their hand up first. Be that person. I used to work at a company where on the first day back after the Christmas holidays, one of the sales guys would walk around the office and shake the hand of every employee and just spend a few minutes chatting and generally showing his appreciation and respect of the contribution of his colleagues in the office. Now obviously that made a huge impression to everybody that he spoke to. So number 1, if you can't decide, go for the handshake anyway. If you think they might not respond, when you hold your hand up in the position, it will be clear what you're going for. And if the other person doesn't respond, then maybe they have a problem with you. But that's their problem, not yours. So number 1, don't miss the opportunity. Number 2, look at your hand as you shake. It's not assumed that you can telepathically identify where someone's hand is going to be when you put your hand out. Look at your hand until you reach and make contact. If you don't look, you run the risk of not connecting properly and just shaking some of their fingers, which is one of those horrible moments that you just don't want. So number 2, look at your hand when you're going for the shake. Number 3, grip. Firm, but don't crush. A handshake should be an assertive action, indicating that you respect the person that you're shaking the hand of. So, not softly, firmly, but don't crush. There are obviously 2 extremes. Now, I remember shaking the hand of one of my new college lecturers when I was accepted onto my college course, and he basically just held my hand for 2 seconds. I just felt, ugh, I don't ever want that to happen again. The other extreme, I once had a handshake where I felt upon removing my hand that there were probably a couple of bones broken because he crushed my hand as he shook it. Now, he was obviously trying to assert his authority over me in this kind of equal business setting. He may or may not have succeeded at that. But one thing he did achieve is that he made me never want to shake his hand again. Now, if he and I were business associates, let's say we were working towards a deal, we were working together, what is crushing my hand going to do to our business relationship? It's going to destroy it. So number 3, grip firm, but don't crush. 4, eye contact. Now, I've shaken hands with people before. They just shake my hand and they're talking to someone else or they're looking at something else. That really grates with me. That is just one of my biggest bugbears. Eye contact. When you shake someone's hand, look them in the eye and maintain that eye contact. If someone looks away when they're shaking my hand, maybe they feel inferior to me, maybe they don't like me, maybe they're hiding something. I don't care. If they don't look me in the eye when they shake my hand, I know straight away that this person isn't giving me their undivided attention and isn't giving me their respect. Give the handshake your undivided attention and your respect to the other person. Number 4, eye contact. Number 5, smile. If you shake the hand of someone and you have a grimace on your face, that's going to look like you are in some way competing with them. Smile when you shake hands. Be that warm, open, friendly person. Smile as you shake the hand. So just a quick recap on those 5 top tips. Number 1, don't miss the opportunity. Number 2, look at your hand as you go for the shake. Number 3, grip. Firm, but don't crush. Number 4, eye contact. And number 5, smile. If you do those things when you shake someone's hand, you will make the right impression. That's all for me.